spam out. Oh my goodness. Cloud9 are saying, you know what? I'm going to put my foot on the pedal and I'm going to ram it down to the floor. This is really high tempo now, it feels, with you're committing with the Pugna too. They're trying to just make it through the laning phase and then clean house. Am I over exaggerating here? Because it feels like
No,
Pugna
you're
really
not.
ramps it up.
No, you're not. You're completely on point. The only problem is, like Quincy Crew, they already have these two heroes, two supports that are able to stop any sort of a push. You have Wyvern and Grimstroke. You have Splinter Blast and Stroke of Fate. Uh, Creep waves are gone with one spell, pretty much from these two. Okay, they go with the Mars as well. There's not a lot of combos here with Grimstroke. Pretty much nothing with Soulbind that's super important. And there's not a lot of damage as well in that Mars ulti, so
Well, how does Mars
it,
also do in the laning phase?
yeah.
Because it seems like Mars is going to be paired to go against Lycan, I imagine, right? A Lycan
Yep.
+1. I'm not too familiar with playing Mars, but he seems quite durable and should be fine getting his own when going against the melee Lycan pick. I guess it depends who's going to be with the Lycan and possibly who could be beside the Mars to really
It
change
should
that
be
up.
I think it should be the Snapfire plus Lycan. I think that should be kind of obvious, I suppose. And with Mars, we'll see. Grimstroke is a really good combo. Wyvern also isn't bad,
Mm-hmm.
so they have options on Quincy Crew.
All right. Now, a Band of the Monkey King from Cloud9 side wagers that they could be, going for a solid side lane one position or a flex that could also visit the mid lane. Now that Cloud9 have shown that Pugna is possibly going to be that mid lane pickup, Quincy Crew could change things up here with their last pick. But the
I think
last pick goes to Cloud9.
yeah, that Monkey King ban possibly tells us the Dragonite is going to be mid, right? And because of that, they're just securing that
Fair
lane.
enough, yeah.
Um, but we'll see what Quincy Crew goes for. Because that Prophet can be mid, but can be also played on a side lane very easily. It's been done. It's been done
Yeah.
by Envy as well multiple times.
We did see Quinn pull out Alina, I think, yesterday or the day before. I don't even see Lena a whole lot this meta, but in that particular game, he felt like I need to win the lane and have the
You need
burst.
the win condition right now. If you're Quincy Crew, also Mars can be played mid, by the way, but I think if you're Quincy Crew, you need your win condition. These heroes, they're great at creating space and team fights and taking objectives, but they don't necessarily win you the games.
Is there?
You don't have that hard carry.
What about something like a Storm? Is there enough lockdown that he could just go crazy with Storm? Oh, Medusa. That's a win condition on its own. That's a insurance policy to scale into, certainly.
Yeah, that's your hard carry. And yeah, that's your scaling capability. You do have the Wyvern and the Grimstroke to outpush the waves all the time, and you have the Medusa to just chill, buy her time, farm, and get those quick rapiers or whatever. The only question is, will Quincy Crew play this game without
Yeah.
a single mistake, one or two mistakes? Because if that happens, if Winter Wyvern or Grimstroke get picked off, right, you have Pugna, you have Lycan, you have Dragonite knocking on your doors.
True.
And they will take down objectives fast.
Yeah, I'm like kind of torn both ways about the Medusa. I see the good in it, and I also see where it could be troublesome. I mean, Medusa is obviously like one of the original like stand or slither and fight, not move and just plant yourself, and that seems really nice for heroes like Pugna and Snapfire, who's just raining down Mortimer kisses. But at the same time, Lycan and Dragonite would love to jump in on Medusa. If she pops Stone Gaze, they have to backpedal. They have to wait out what could be their shape shifts, what could be their BKBs before they get to go in and really unleash fury. But it's such a fast lineup that if they get everything on the laning phase, Medusa will never have a time to peak. And look what they ran it out with just a high pacing fighting hero here in the Ricky. And
I love this rookie pick as well. It's
oh,
so good.
so Pi is the Snapfire. I'm curious who Misery is playing. Is Misery's playing Pugna? It looks like.
I, yeah, I think so. I think he will be the Pugna. Then you have Lycan and Dragonite on those last two cores. You'll see.
Yeah, so
Uh,
Quinn already taking a hold of the Death Prophet. It will be Death Prophet mid lane, and to face what looks like potentially the DK.
I think this is from Quincy Crew or X Chaos. This is pretty much straightforward. They've had drafts like this before. I've seen them. with Quinn on that prophet, and you are playing the hard carry,
Yeah.
the one true win condition on the side of Cloud9. Actually, it's Misery
Whoa, Misery on
snatching the
Lycan?
Lycan.
What is going
Yeah.
on? Snake King on the Pugna, Envy on the Dragon Knight. You know what? Every time we watch
it
Cloud9,
looks weird.
every time we watch Cloud9, man, it is something else. It's going to be something and entertaining for sure here. So, you know what? In these drafts, man, is it like they see the last pick and the way that the roles set up and they just suddenly need to change it all? Certainly don't imagine they went into this draft saying that Misery is playing the Lycan. I feel like they've just I mean, after seeing the Medusa, just decided to make some changes.
I mean, I have seen Ember Spirits played a position 4, and that makes some sense, right? That earn build early on, Sleight of Fist in the lane, Searing Chains, it can work, but
Yeah.
Lycan,
Have we ever
I'm not
seen a
sold.
4-position Lycan anywhere? Ever? I have not. I've not even
I
heard
have
of
seen
it.
I have seen many jungle Lycans back in the day, right? They
Ah.
go buy Iron Talon, go into the woods, farm up.
Now you just find one, hope to find one, and then just keep that pacing going. Oh my goodness, I am excited. Always a fun time here at the Beyond the Summit Pro Series, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get hyped up and ready for our second series of the day. Best of 3 matchup. Quincy Crew, formerly known as Chaos, going against Cloud9. And obviously, at this point in the group stage, we have Quincy Crew with a 1-0. They've just started playing their Pro Series matches yesterday, and they were successful yesterday. I feel terrible. I can't think of who their matchup was against. I want to say Business Associates, but they scored that first series win, and now they are looking to stay undefeated, while on the other side we have Cloud9, who are trying to get that first series win under their belt.
Yep, and they have a very interesting lineup to do that with. A
Yes,
position for Lycan, and
maybe he's just straight going off lane. He must be just playing off lane.
Yeah, yes, I think so too. Because if you look at his item build as well, he started off with the Quelling Blade, so there's no way he's going to be. By the way, I didn't really see a lot of C9 lately. Is it snaking usually on the offlane? It is, right?
It is. He is usually off lane. Yeah. So this is a different position for him. I don't even know too many matches where I've seen him play anything besides 3 position. Normal. Go ahead.
They can kind of share the experience and the farm, right? It's your 3.5 thing. Maybe that's the case, and then Lycan just goes into the jungle early on, Snake and gets some lane, but we'll see. It doesn't look that great. It doesn't.
Yeah, from the outside.
I'm not super optimistic. Yeah.
At the outside, it really just posed a lot of questions. Maybe they decided that they're just going to swap roles. Maybe Misery could be playing off lane moving forward, even into the next game. Maybe Misery just doesn't know how to play the Pugna and Snake King does, and they decided that, I feel more comfortable playing the Lycan. Many questions out there. We'll just have to see. Now that the layout is here before us, we'll have to see how it pans out. But Envy still in his rightful mid lane position. He's been questioned a lot by people as far as his new mid lane play style. Apparently, he's been much more fight heavy, I guess. And in this day and age, and with this new economy in Dota, if you're moving around, you're getting a lot of fights. The ganks can be successful, and that's good. But you start building up a heavy kill bounty over your head, and that's when the net worth can really start to swing.
Yeah, just a couple of. I think triple kill already is around a 200 bounty. It's pretty sick.
Yeah,
it's just much more worth it right now to stay in the lane and just farm.
Get a couple of extra. The opposing laner also just gets a ridiculous amount of XP once you step away, and that's what we'd seen. Like Envy, I can't remember now, was playing an Ember Spirit game, rotated super early, was successful in getting good pickoffs in the side lanes, but then by the time he got back to the mid lane, he was already down 2 levels, and at that point, things get a bit difficult. But, yep, Misery fully taking the farm at this point. Snake King is committing with the early ward. So 1 point into ward. They did just buff this ward. I think it, drains more mana now early on. Yeah, the mana drain has been rescaled. It drains double the amount of mana at the start. I remember in Dota 1, this was enough to actually notice that I saw Pugnas drop the ward and your mana bar would just slowly go down to nothing, and it was super annoying, but very intriguing in these games today to see.
Man, what are you talking? It's still annoying as hell.
Is it still that annoying? Yeah,
of course. When I see that ward, the first thing I'm doing is just pinging it out, begging someone to kill it. You don't really want to go for it. It's a measly ward, but you can't really play against it. It does damage your mana regen quite heavily, and you can't spam spells, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you mostly be speaking to the new. But I haven't seen obviously too much support Pugna, and then they did just buff it, so it's interesting to watch. For even the Bassi, Wyvern is not gaining any mana at all, just with the 1 point in Nether Ward. So
Yeah, he had
very
like
funny.
what 0.4,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. So that's funny to watch it and kind of watch pan out there. But Lycan, look at the denies Misery's pulling in. 11 and 10.
He's crushing this lane. He's just crushing it right now with that Quelling Blade and Belt of Strength, and he's rushing a Necro as well. He's not going for Dominator. Instead, he switched it up a little bit.
Yeah, straight kind of
Necro one first.
zookeeper buildup. I mean, it goes with the fast pace that they're trying to get, and all these lanes are fast paced on that front. How's mid lane going? Okay, Quinn inching ahead a little bit in the CS departments. You know, he has 17 CS to his name, while Envy is at 14.
You have pretty much same heroes on these two sides, right? On one, you have Envy with Breathfire and the hero that wants to push. The same goes for Quinn. It's a little bit easier for Quinn, obviously.
Oh, trouble for Ace here. He's forced to blink strike out and use the Cloak and Dagger to avoid potential trouble. But MSS and Biver here, this Mars Grimstroke duo, you know, also feels like a very strong pairing, with Mars being able to get up in your face. If he lands like a spear set up into an Inkswell, it could be trouble.
Yeah. Highlight Dye's starting build is actually interesting. He started with Sage's Mask, didn't build a Bassi or anything. I expected perhaps a headdress from him, because if you buy a headdress on a lane with Ricky, he's not gonna die.
All I've
He
heard,
has way too much base region.
all I've heard is that if you're a support, you need to have one of the two auras. You got to have a Bassi or you need to have a headdress. And more often than not, it's usually the headdress. But you're right. I mean, Ace is going to be not benefiting from either at the moment, unless he's able to kind of finish out the Bassi. And how is Lycan still chunking away some good CS? This is obviously unexpected for Quincy crew, the Medusa versus Lycan lane with a Pugna support. That's not something they obviously drafted into, so they are certainly taking a beating in this bottom lane.
This Medusa has, what, 8 CS so far?
Yeah.
Level 3, it's hard for Yavar. It's hard right now. But it's a Medusa. You can recover. It's not the end of the world. Like, it doesn't matter as long as the heroes that are playing around you do their job. You will find space.
Envy. Oh, he tried to just chop his way through the trees and try to make it out the other side, but Quinn has his number. Quinn also had that fortunate DD rune to make it work. At that same moment, Biver takes down Pylai Die. It's going to be Quincy crew who quickly score the first 2 kills.
So even if you crush Medusa in the laning stage, that's not really her forte, right? She doesn't really have the strongest laning stage.
No, she's a sleeper hero.
Exactly. As long as her teammates do well in the mid game, as long as you are playing around this Death Prophet, pushing in, he'll be fine.
Oh,
he'll recover.
Envy just comes back to the lane, and Quincy crew are trying to really make an emphatic statement here in bringing him down twice. Good bank shot with the Splinter Blast. Nice cookie, though, from Pi. Is it going to be enough? I don't know. Quinn, Exorcism, the Ghost, the Salve. Envy will be fine. It's still going to be...
He had Crypt Swarm there. He had Crypt Swarm, but he decided not to do it.
Oh.
Maybe he was... Oh, he dies even!
He died!
Well, that's a mistake. CCNC, Quinn, messing up a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, what was lethal about that to finish him off? Oh my goodness, what is happening?
I'm pretty sure he had range there for that crypt, but you know, mistakes have been made. He thought that he's gonna finish him off with that right click. Maybe there was something I didn't notice. Maybe he was out of range, but yeah. Unfortunately, he uses the ulti and dies.
All right, here comes Envy. He's got level 6, and he uses it to rotate to the top lane and take it onto MSS. MSS, unsuspecting, already made an approach to jump onto Ace, and now he gets caught from behind and finished off. Ace now diving a bit deep. Biver making chase. But he's already going to be slipping out the other side, and he TPs home. Or at least back to the lane, rather. All right, here we go. Cloud9 showing that they are not going to get trucked over in this mid and top lane. Score total of 3 kills all day, now pushing themselves ahead 3-2. All the while, Misery is like, look at this, 41 and 32. 32 denies on this Lycan. He is trying to bring this Medusa down early on as hard as possible.
Man, look at the net worth from Medusa, by the way. He has less farm than the position 4 Grimstroke.
Oh my goodness. By like 400 plus. That's not even like a tiny bit. That's...
Yeah, this early on, it's not really tiny, and Yavar is just suffering hard. He just needs to go to the jungle as soon as possible. Get a couple of raid bans and just get the hell out of here. Misery has Necros already.
Sorry, was eyeball mid lane a bit. See Biver's there and Quinn back at attendance, but now that Pile Die is hanging around Envy, he doesn't seem to be in too much trouble. Dragon Form's back up, so I'm very anxious to see how proactive Cloud9 are going to be. If you mentioned, yeah, the Necro book being complete on Misery, you know, they can certainly begin to truck on forward and start to go for some tower action here. Following it up with a kill in tower.
This is the mana leak lane, right? MSS mid?
Oh, top, yep. Spear, catch with the arena from MSS. Shoving back Envy. Looking to finish him off with a Soul Siphon assistance. And they're successful. Pi can't get close enough to help out with the cookie. I can't really help with the cookie in there, but
at the same time, bottom lane.
Yeah, bottom, Misery, full shapeshift, charging on in, looking to go for UR. Oh, the damage from that Splinter Blast does a number onto Misery. He is going to finish his target, but he has to back on out. Snake King could be the man left behind, and he's finished off with that snipe from Biver. But a successful pick on Cloud9, getting that Medusa.
That was Stroke of Fate and Splinter Blast at the same time.
Okay. I was going to say.
He almost died from that was a lot of damage. He almost died. And Snake King then tries to decrepify himself, but that's even better for Grimstrokes. Just sets that Stroke of Fate up even easier. But first Wolf Form used on the bottom lane, not really successful. Meanwhile, they lost tier 1. Yavar.
Yeah, Yawar just returns to the lane, and Envy giving him a taste of their own medicine. Trying to chase him down behind the tower. Misery doesn't have the shapeshift yet, but wants to get his wolves in on the action. Now the jump in from Ace. This is quite difficult with the cold embrace from SVG, but they finally burn them both down. Lots of C9 out of attendance here to get the job done, but they bring down Yawar twice, and they're not done yet. Snake King moving in, and they blast down Biver. Here's all of C9. Can they get more? Quinn rotated in now. He does not have Exorcism, does the single Soul Siphon, which Misery backpedals. Look at the Mortimer Kiss from downtown. Ace chasing, but another Soul Siphon. He wants to go back in and finish his plate. Can he do it? No! Ace! Oh, tricks of the trade, jump back out. Oh my god, this guy.
That was very close, yeah. Sadly, that Mortimer's Kiss wasn't really completely on point. I think they have a good plan there. There's not a lot of things to set up the Mortimer's Kiss, nothing like a big arena. But they do have the Decrepify, at least from Snake King. So a couple of levels in that Decrepify, the target is slowed down quite enough to have that increased magic damage kick in.
MSS. The Spartan versus the Knight in the top lane, and he's like, let's go with the arena. I have friends around the corner. He gets hit with the Dragon Tail. Oh, he misses the spear. Good sidestep from Envy. But the Soul Siphon damage is a bit too much. He eats the cookie, but it's his last meal, if you will, as he gets put down for 25 seconds and a follow-up treat, taking down Snake King. Snake King just rotated up here to possibly help out, and now he dies as a witness.
They're really doing a good thing. They're playing around the Mars and Death Prophet, and they're most importantly playing on Cloud9 side of the map. Because of that, Medusa has an easier time catching back up, farming. Even though he still didn't catch up hard enough to be above of Grimstroke's net worth, he's getting there. Give him 15 more minutes.
Smoke out.
Slowly.
Yeah, Quincy want to keep fighting here while they have it. Snake King and Ace right around the corner. I think they spotted Snake King there. Misery's in the mid lane, trying to push in for the tower. He shapeshifts. He gets thrown back and into the tree. Snake King providing a lifeline to help him out. The curse is there, but there are no targets nearby. A disengage now from Quincy. They backpedal a bit.
That's Necro 3 on him, by the way. He already has it.
Oh my god, you're right. That is the full good book right there. And here they are chunking away at the tier 1. This is what they sought to do. Push and push hard and push fast.
Well, they're doing really well. Over there, I think there was some miscommunication with Winter Byron and Yolti. I think they had a kill there on Pugna, at least if the not on Pugna but on Wolf, if the Winter's Curse wasn't used. But also a pretty good play by Snaking there. He was continuously life draining the life into the Winter's Curse target.
Pi grabs back the outpost, but MSS just charging his way in right now. Fiverr here by his side. They commit the arena. He's eating so much damage from that Necro Book, though. Does he know it's a Necro Book 3? Because he's getting just beaten alive. He is going to be able to take down the Lycan. He'll cost his own life, but nice bailout from Snake King to save Pylai die. But, you know, offlaner for offlaner technically.
Yeah, and the big ult used on one side, on the other you haven't really used anything, so yeah, I think it benefits Cloud9 a little bit, but then again, it is Cloud9 that we're supposed to be on the offensive, right? So
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ace is trying to farm out and finish that Diffusal Blade. Be a nice big ticket item, certainly against the Medusa. You have Envy. They're farming aggressively on the Quincy side. Good round back to the mid lane. His Dragon Form's going to be up and ready to go. And they've already been doing so much as a call to action here. I don't see any reason why Cloud9 would want to try slowing things down a bit and risk, you know, allowing more time for the Quincy crew to farm up. How's Yawar's recovery been? He's farming up in the jungle nearby, but he still trails behind a bit in that net worth and has a ways to go. So Medusa, don't look for her to participate anytime soon.
Pretty much we have these two heroes that have been crushed in the laning stage. On one side Envy, on the other it's Medusa, and both teams have to find a way to work around them, work without them, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem is if you're Envy and if you're Cloud9, this Dragon Knight is supposed to be strong right now. Medusa comes in to fight later, but Envy has to work.
Uh-oh. SVG commits the curse onto Lycan, but Lycan gets that nice decrep from Snake King, and what would have been a potential disastrous moment for Misery, he gets bailed out from Little Pugna. Very nice, and that will cost SVG his life, and Cloud9, just after taking out that mid-tier 1, shifted all the way up to the top lane, are going to go for the top tier 1 next.
Quinn has an Arcane Rune, a Vessel completed, also has ulti, so he might rotate top, but it's a bit too late to defend the tier 1.
Tier 1 will
They
fall.
just have to find a way to fight together now. They have the arena, they also have the ulti and the Arcane Rune. I believe they might try to make a move from here.
It's not easy, though. You know, MSS doesn't have a Blink Dagger yet. I've been watching MSS for a while now. He still has yet to, like, slot up what his next item may be. You know, is this a game where he can even charge in and go for something like a Blink, or is he going to have to just go for more durability and, you know, embrace that the fight is going to come his way and just double down?
He could definitely go for a Blink. It would be decent to have some initiation. Also, something like a Crimson Guard always comes in handy when you're playing versus a Zoo that Lycan is bringing. So.
Exactly. That would be the alternate, I guess, between just getting the early Crimson or getting this Blink for potential setup. He does have the Blink now queued up, and he's about, you know, 700 or so gold away from it. Don't know if Quincy are just going to hold out in hopes that Cloud9 allocate that kind of time for them. They have moved to the mid lane here, and it's a jump from behind. MSS sets up a nice move onto Snake King. He gets that kill, and he'll get that much closer to the Blink, but here comes Misery with that Book 3 and that Wolf form and Envy, the full Dragon Beast, and they just chomp down Grimstroke, but Yawar steps in with the Stone Gaze, stops them in their tracks, but they're not going to lit up one bit. Ricky jumping right in, swiftly takes down the Wyvern. Pi looking to dish in the Mortimer damage from the outside, and they also follow with the MSS takedown. It's Cloud9's time to shine, baby, as they trade 3-1, and will segue into the Roche Pit and score an Aegis 2.
Yeah, that was so good. The moment Mars ulti was committed for, it's just a Pugna, and remember, this Pugna, he's position 4. After they saw that big ultimate committed, they instantly pop everything they have and they run straight at them. Ace was positioned really well to catch everyone that tried to retreat. He also has the defusal completed.
I was going to say, any chance Quincy try to fight this? They still have Exorcism, but the timing is just not there. You know, if MSS had a shorter timer, maybe they had L5 at attendance a bit sooner, it'd be different. But Cloud9 will reap in even bigger rewards, following up with an Aegis now. It's got to
Very
feel real
interesting.
good.
They actually smoke up now. They're trying to fight. They understand that there's no shapeshift, no dragon form. Even though there's an Aegis, they still feel like they're strong enough to fight.
Yeah, it's unlikely Cloud9 are just going to come back together as 5 and push immediately. Likely this is where they'll be spread out, farming, you know, reassessing the map a bit. This is probably Quincy's best time to potentially strike. They see Envy mid lane, but it looks like that's not what they want to do. So they'll shift out.
He's very tanky. He's probably the tankiest one to go on right now, and they opt not to. Also, the way Envy was positioning himself behind the tower, farming with Breathe Fire, pretty much gave it away that he understands what's happening and that they're smoked. These little movements when players are farming can literally tell you how they're thinking and what their plan is.
Ooh, really nice. Arcane Rune picked up by Misery. Quickly pops the Necro Book, and will probably look to pop the Shapeshift soon as well. Looks like the call from Cloud9 is to make their way down south here. And again, the benefit from spamming out that book, they just keep taking all the vision away from Quincy's side. And Quincy, as we see, most of them kind of playing that buddy-buddy system, which is nice to stay safe, but means that they're not going to be getting any new farm. Envy pops his dragon form. It's getting a bit close. They spotted Ace on the side. If they get too far from the pack, could be awkward for Cloud9.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom lane, tier 2 should fall here. There's a Zoo from the Lycan, but he moves back. He doesn't see anyone. But they're just chilling around the tier 2 on the mid lane. Waiting that dragon form out.
There they go for Envy. Nice blink spear under the tower. Looking to burst him down. Walk in from Snay with the mech. Tries to help out, but Envy, unfortunately, doesn't have enough lifelines nearby to make it out
He
alive.
died so fast. He died so fast. He popped his head out instantly. MSS instantly blinks behind, spears him into the tower. Good play.
What else can Quincy do with this, though? It looks like they're just going to farm through the jungle with the rest of this exorcism. Quickly deward. Can they catch anybody? Oh, Ace jumps in, tries to quickly delete the Wyvern. SVG manages to get off the curse, but still ends up being taken down. Snake King rushing on forward, but Quincy on full retreat, it looks like.
I think Quincy right now are playing this game well. They're delaying as much as possible. They understand that they're playing versus an Aegis as well. So they just have to continue doing what they are doing at the moment. However, MSS mid. Oh,
Ooh, quick blink out. Fiverr now under pressure. Misery committing in. That Inkswell will stop them in their tracks. Is it enough to create space? Misery heading to the high ground, looking to chase down the juicier target in Quinn's Death Prophet, but he's able to make it back inside. Oh no, not Yawar. Yawar, who had tried to farm out the top lane. Oh, does manage to make it back. Okay, this is, good for Quincy. Cloud9 are a bit torn between what kind of commitment they can get, and I know they want to use this Aegis.
yeah. They have a minute remaining on it. Lycan doesn't have a form for that minute, so they're pretty much in a weird spot. MSS?
Yeah. MSS moves, gets Envy again, pushed against the tree. The arena going to be committed. They're trying to soul siphon him down. He still lives on. The mech's going to be popped. He gets off the breath fire. And now look at Snake King giving him life and hopes to help, but he does have that Spirit Vessel hit. Quinn cleans up Misery, and now it's trouble for Cloud9. They have to backpedal, but they're going to be leaving Ace behind with that Aegis. He dies a second time. This fight belongs to Quincy crew.
They need a BKB on this Dragon Knight. They literally are losing these fights because they're investing everything they got into saving this Dragon Knight, who isn't really a huge threat for anyone on the side of Quincy's crew.
Yeah, he just got it now, though.
Once he has this BKB, at least he's self-sufficient and they can play these team fights. But right now, Quincy crew, even though they had a really bad lane down bottom, Medusa has recovered. He's third on the network charts, if you look at it.
Yeah, so. I know. He's been rising up. That fight put him up another position or two. And I got to say, now Cloud9, I imagine, are going to be waiting out for that next Dragon form with the BKB. And if they don't make a lot happen, like, take another fight, clear out the remaining tier 2s, I would be a bit nervous. I think Quincy are
I
doing a
think they
fantastic
already
job.
are.
Yeah.
I think they already are. Like you're playing versus a Medusa. Quinn is having a really good game on his Dead Prophet as well. He's about to pick up that BKB as too. And I'd be nervous because they've been outplaying them all the time. It's not even like these big strategical moves. It's just these few mechanical movements around the tier 2, spearing the Lycan into the tower and immediately silencing the Pugna. They've just been mechanically better in a couple of these skirmishes.
And none of one on the side of Cloud9 really feeling like that kind of tanky raid boss at the moment either. With Envy, of course, only just now completing the BKB, and him just getting kind of tossed around these fights. There's no one to really soak up a lot of the damage and divert the attention from Quincy elsewhere. So Quincy are able to just kind of go off and fire down everyone from the side of Cloud9 without too much contention here. And now their scalability is just going to get that much greater. The longer this game goes, the more that Yawar gets to farm around the map. He cruises through top. Now he'll be at bottom. Is he even going to join his teammates here? He is under the obs here. Cloud9 do have a pretty nice deep obs.
There's one problem when you have someone telling you what to do all the time, when you have someone forcing you to make moves all the time. If those moves account to nothing, you can fall behind quite heavily.
Yeah.
And right now, that's what's pretty much happened to Ace. He's had like top of the network for the majority of the game, and now he has fallen even below the Dragonite because he's just been hunting constantly. Let's see here.
Here comes Cloud9. Let's see what they can do. It's a pretty trivial point for them. They got to make it happen. Still no Dragon form up quite yet, but they've caught out Yawar. There's the move in from MSS. The BKB going to be popped from Envy. Looking to muscle him down, trying to go for the finish. It's Ace under a lot of trouble from MSS, but Envy is able to hold his ground and fight on forward. They finish off the Medusa, and they clean house. Quinn's going to be forced all the way back. MSS still fighting on the backside, tries to go for Pugna. Here comes Quinn now, pops a BKB, buyback. Coming out now from Quincy. They clean out Envy, and they're not done yet. Moving on in for Misery without his wolf form. He will fall. It's a triple kill for Quinn.
Dude.
And now
that's
Pi.
What's scary, that Prophet, yeah.
Oh my god. MSS and Quinn just going on a rampage in that fight.
That Prophet is scary. They were wiping them. It looked like Cloud9 have got their number and they're just cleaning house, right? The initiation on Medusa was really good. Mortimer's case on the Grimstroke and Medusa from distance. Winter Wyvern falls to Lycan. Everything looked pretty much perfect for Cloud9, but then Quinn shows up, pops that BKB and just cleans them up. He's 13k net worth right now. He's on top of the net worth charts. That vessel was a really, really good pickup. I love it. Versus Lycan, it's great. Versus Pugna and Dragonite, it's so good. Also beefs you up a little bit. His item build overall is on point.
Yeah, I feel like a noob for asking this question, but it reduces the health and the healing, and I assume that works with Pugna's Drain too, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It does.
Okay, yeah, that is just so nice. I mean, I give a lot of credit to Snake King. He has tried to be there to bail out his cores where possible, and has had fantastic decrypifies and some occasional drains that have been, the deciding factor in keeping his cores alive. But as you mentioned, with that Spirit Vessel, it really kind of leaves his hands tied. And now Quincy got to be feeling really good. They fended off Cloud9 at what could be their best in this game. I don't really imagine them getting into a final form, if you will. Items like this AC coming together with Misery sure are nice, but after BKB's already been completed from Envy, he's not going to be scaling much harder. It looks like his next item is a Blink. So they're just hoping to get some sort of nice pick-off and run through the base, maybe, if possible.
Yeah, I don't think they're... I mean, it's possible to have another situation like that last one, but that was pretty much the perfect scenario for them, in which they caught the Medusa first, jump on top of her. Envy popped his form, I guess because of the Arcane Rune. Yeah, he had an Arcane Rune.
Yeah, I don't think they saw it. I don't know if Quincy would be so privy to, oh, he used his form. This is our time. Let's go. They do think about moving to the high ground to grab back that outpost, though.
Now he used BKB as well.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you pop the dragon form, that's kind of fine. You have Arcane Room, but BKB, you don't get those charges back, man.
I would hope that was an accident. Maybe he was trying to do the soul ring
Yep.
and had the
most
wrong
likely.
item slot. I hope that doesn't
He
come
was
back
just-
to bite him in the ass.
He was just swapping them around. That's why my BKB is always on the same inventory spot.
Yeah.
Boots always on the same.
Or the blink dagger, maybe. I guess he just got that blink
Yeah.
dagger. Yeah, whatever the case, you hate to see it happen, but even the pro players are human from time to time, and it does not look like they're going to be doing anything within this window of time where the BKB is on cooldown. So, good for Envy, I suppose. But we see these things, or at least you do. I may have missed it. So
Just don't tell anyone.
Envy
Just don't
can
tell
blame
anyone.
you for pointing that one out.
Yeah, and just continue saying my dragon form is on cooldown. That's all. That's all. Tell them about the BKB. Doesn't matter.
All right. As
Rush is up.
our fellow casters are pointing out, Mars has that gem of true sight, so he can secure the perimeter of the Roche
Is under attack.
and see if it will be done under the watchful eye of Cloud9 or not. Cloud9 are around the area, and Misery is starting to send in those wolves. But Roche is going down pretty fast. Here comes Cloud9, though. They're coming up river. Here's the Mortimer Kisses. Can they snipe the kill?
Envy.
Envy grabs the Aegis somehow. He blinks it and grabs it, but he will fall. Is it good enough for Cloud9, or is Cloud9 just throwing themselves into a huge trap? Envy between all of Quincy right now. They are just shoving him down. Like, how dare you touch our Aegis, sir? He buys back. They want to keep fighting. Quincy, did they decide to pull off? Like, hey, it's fine. They used everything. They took our Aegis,
Yep.
sure, but they don't get to have it.
They traded the buyback on Envy for a buyback on SVG's Winter Wyvern. You're completely fine. They did lose the Aegis, but that Aegis probably would have helped Medusa farm up a little bit more. They wouldn't really pressure high ground with it anyways.
Yeah, and I don't
It's
think.
alright. I think they're happy with that.
Oh, for sure. I was gonna say I don't think UR's queuing up any sort of divine rapier business and needs the Aegis to have that security. He's got the butterfly to come and then the BKB to follow, and who's getting an MKB
Ace?
on Cloud9? Anyone really? Oh, Ace. Got to be careful by that river. Quincy's still in the area.
His Ace is not really playing like a win condition in this game. He's using a lot of his time to support his supports while they're warding or to run across the map, try to make moves. And so far, he's keeping up with the net worth, but it's not really that.
It's not showing. Like even if he was like top net worth, it's like I don't know what that net worth is really contributing to this game or to these fights. I imagine the Cloud is incredibly useful, but is his damage really enough at this point? Feels like MSS is getting pretty tanky. We certainly see how tanky the Death Prophet is, or I could be just kind of glossing over it a bit too much. But I feel like the Ricky hasn't seemed like a huge intimidating factor to this game.
Yeah, definitely. When you build this, you want to be getting a lot of kills early on, which he wasn't successful at getting. He does have a really good tier 3 item, that's the Sword of Destruction, which does benefit him quite a lot. Together with the Diffusal, the smoke screen is immediately much better. His biggest issue is MSS and his gem, right? He picked this gem up very early on, not only because of Ricky, but because of the wolves as well. Those pesky wolves are always scouting, always around you, and having that gem to scout them out is very necessary.
Yeah, very true.
Dire's
And who
top
better to
tower
have
is
than MSS to hold it as Quincy take Cloud9's side. All right, Cloud9, they got to go on the move. I know they do not want this to keep scaling, and there's Medusa to get tougher and tougher as they push down this mid lane. It looks like that's going to be the lane to go for.
Dire's
Ace
top
on bottom.
tower has fallen.
And, you know, looks like Quincy want them to come drawn out from this top lane. No, they pull back. They're playing it like they got all the time in the world.
I think they're afraid that if they go top, perhaps Misery will just pop his ulti and go bottom. And he pushes pretty much just as fast on his own with this AC, Blightstone, and Necro 3. He's actually even going for a Desolator next, so I think he will be playing the strategical
Damn.
game in which
The Mega
in which
Rat.
he'll force them. Yeah, the Mega
That's what
Rat.
you want. He's going for the Mega Rat. He's hoping that there'll be a point when Quincy are just going to sleep on the Lycan, and the Lycan just comes dashing through that bottom lane and, you know, rips out their heart, essentially.
Yeah, one bad thing for him right now, top lane.
Yeah,
they got
Pi
him.
tried to do the Phoenix, if you will, and Cookie into a different game, but doesn't
He's
work
got
like
an
that.
axe, by the way. This
Oh, you're right. Oh, I love the Ags. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Like, what the hell is he going to do with it, though? Who's he throwing in?
I have no clue.
Throwing Ricky for smoke, I guess, or the DK for an easier catch on the stun? Well, it's fun to watch,
they
but
have-
I don't know.
Ricky bottom lane. That's a kill.
Good snipe on the SVG. A little too far out the bottom lane.
Yep. Also has this Manta to deal with the dust, which is pretty neat. So as long as MSS isn't around, he should never really be caught. But who is he gonna gobble up? Like, Ricky has a blink built in. He even has 2 of those. Dragonite bought his blink, Lycan is fast enough.
I mean, I guess it's not always about who he can throw in. It could also be who he throws out of a fight. You know, maybe Envy is being fully focused in the arena, and he's got to lob someone out to safety. You know what I mean? That might be Pi's take on it. He's like, I'll throw myself in and toss you out for the greater good.
What's the range on that? It's pretty good. Yeah, that definitely could be an option.
I hope it is. I hope it's clutch.
Bottom
That would
lane,
be a very
go
high
for it.
play. Oh, Biver slides to the high ground. Quinn tries to help him out by popping the Shivas, but you can see the damage it's able to do. Everybody has to be there to bail out poor little Biver from being gobbled up from Necrobook Wolves.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold though that he has fed. Also, that's the wolf form that they don't have, and because of that, a push is imminent, I think. If you're Lycan right now, if you're Cloud9, what you really need to do is take down one of these tier 2s. Because if Lycan plays that rat game, right, and he tries to split push, oh my god, Ace.
Whoa, Ace is just slashing down supports like they're nothing. I feel bad for saying that it didn't seem like he was a big factor because he is just taking down these supports like they're nothing. Yawar, in the meantime, getting caught up in the mix, has to pop the Stone Gaze and waltz on out to the other side. Envy gets frozen up. BKB'd as he tries to chase on forward. Jumping from Envy from the front. Gets a nice Dragon Tail. And then look at the drain. Snaking will finish it up, slurping up that sweet drink. And then the follow through onto MSS. Suddenly, Cloud9 coming alive.
What happened? What happened to Quincy's crew, man? They just evaporated. They lost their supports like nothing. Ace finished off his Desolator and just
Damn.
destroyed them.
Those two supports did not stand a chance. They just got murdified. And without having the bailout there, you know, you don't have the Winter's Curse, you don't have the Cold Embrace, Grimstroke, none of that available? Like, yeah, that's going to be Cloud9's fight.
Right?
That's Cloud9's win.
With these two supports. They're very squishy if you get on top of them. So that's a really good play. Bottom lane Lycan, mid lane everyone else.
Oh my god, here we go. Cloud9, are they doing it? Charging in, Ace scores another. He has just got SVG's number in this one. Snaking, I give my life to you, Ace. Pumps him right back up, and they clean out not one, but 2 sets of racks. And they're not done yet. To the top
That's
lane.
crazy.
There's still a tier 2 Envy. They don't care. They're like, we're
That's
already in
one
the base.
mistake.
Is
They
there still,
literally
oh, I was wrong.
made
There's not
one
tier
mistake.
2. Oh my god. Okay, well, Envy, BKB, he's gone. And you're right, yeah, one mistake, one little catch, one little bad fight, and you can see the real power of this Cloud9 push.
Just Ace playing so well with the Sword of Destruction, with the newly finished Desolator and the Diffusal. Jumps on the Grimstroke and Winter Wyvern, cleans them up. And then Medusa as well, as he was trying to run away. He was being blocked a little bit by his teammates.
God, they got like 15K net worth from all that.
That's crazy.
They were at like a 5K net worth advantage, and now it's like 20K. What?
Dyer's
So much money. You know, oh my. Okay, yeah, this got a lot harder. Look at Medusa's net worth placing. It just dropped 3 spots or whatever down to below both Lycan and Ace. I feel real bad. I'm biting my tongue. Ace, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I said you had, what are you doing in this game? And then he's like, I'll show you what I'm doing. He picks up the Deso and just cleans up. No support can even bat an eye at him. And with them taken out of the equation, the rest of Cloud9 can just do as they please.
Now he also has that BKB completed, so he's not really in any danger of dying too when he jumps in. Well, suddenly the tables have turned completely.
Yeah, they just
Cloud9,
have all the tools
Envy.
they could need. Envy's certainly getting a lot of mileage
Radiant's top barracks.
out of the
Don't they like
halberd,
him
too.
taking your axes?
Oh, what are they going to do? Look at this. Quincy trying to dash up that top lane, but by the time I scroll my camera up there, they're already missing a Rax.
Yeah, they have 2 Desolators. One of these heroes approaches those Raxes, they're just gone. And that was through backdoor protection, by the way. They didn't have creeps at that point, so...
Oh, man. So what is the play for Quincy? They smoke up, and they know that this could be desperation. This could be do or die.
I don't know what the smoke is all about. It's literally, we don't know what to do. Let's smoke up. Let's try to go to rush. Maybe it will respawn and we can get a good fight around there. But the problem is the moment you leave your base, Lycan is charging in. And you can see Envy as well. He's doing the same on the bottom lane. He's making sure that one wave is pushed in. So there's no backdoor protection.
And he may have had it for a while, but Misery with the boots of travel, the threat is always going to be there, certainly. And it is just put Quincy in that weird position where everyone's doing figure eights around the map like, I don't know, what are we doing, boys? I'll sack this camp, I guess, or push out this little wave, but, you know, what are we doing? What are we going to do? And you got to hope for a bit of an overstep from Cloud9's part or them getting caught. But, you know, for how long they're committing to this top lane, the push from the bottom lane and Envy is already here. He's pinging it out. Like, they're not here.
There's a ward on him though, so they know exactly where he is. That's something at least.
Yeah.
But the problem is, meanwhile, wolves are constantly just following the side of Quincy's crew, you know? They know exactly where they are. Ace?
All right. Ace. Is that the curse? Yes, it was. Ace pops his BKB. SVG now has that Ghost Scepter, but oh! Mortimer's Kiss don't care about your Ghost Scepter. He just gets lobbed down from Pylite Eye in the back.
And meanwhile, the Raxes, where are they?
Let me see.
They disappeared.
Oh, they're gone. Damn. Was that Misery's doing? I think so. He's already at bottom lane. Telling the boys,
that's Misery.
mission complete. Let's go get a drink. Now it's really all in here. Like Quincy going to the Roche pit. This is a committed exorcism as well. They got to get this Aegis and go right to fight. You are committing the Stone Gaze on top of it. They're going to swing out and fight, but Misery's back at base. He could go for the finish. Oh, what do we watch here? Do we see if the fight... Oh, no, Quinn's going to TP back. He does not want to lose like this. But that means his team's left behind. And MSS is trying to narrowly escape, but he gets burned down. Nice shot there from Envy. Envy tossed forward with the cookie. The stun's onto Yawar. Yawar, though, eats up the cheese. He'll be fine for now. Not so fortunate it's going to be Biver. He gets slashed down from Ace. Buyback's coming out here. Everything in the tank from Quincy to stay alive in this one. But they have to head back home.
It's cheese and 2 buybacks that they had to use. But they will continue defending. I don't think this game is done, at least not right now. Even though they have mega creeps, we'll see. You are playing versus a Medusa. It's not that easy to take down the high ground. The throne, that is. High ground seemed simple, but the throne now, if you want to take it, you need to go all together.
She's going rapier.
Yeah.
That's the definition of really being all in, and just needs a little more time.
There's 2 buybacks that were committed, I believe. Yeah, MSS and Beaver. So maybe if you kill one of those 2, you can actually pressure the throne as well.
I would give a lot of credit to Quincy if they can somehow pull this one off, but it really feels like the cards are stacked against him here.
Did Pally die just by Necros? He just
The
went Necro
leveler?
book
Are you
1.
serious? Has he had that the whole
What?
time? Misery with the
No,
leveler now.
Oh.
That Ancient and Tier 4s are going to be in for a rude awakening if Lycan has anything to say about it. Okay. Yawar still not with that Rapier yet. Feels confident being out front. MSS nearby. But Cloud9 just keeping things spread here and keeping him encroached. Not the time to strike yet. I mean, I wonder if they'll play it super slow and just stall all the way out for the Aegis as an extra safety measure.
You remember that long ass game that Owen casted that went for like 2 hours?
Oh yeah.
Bottom lane?
Yeah, Misery did get hit with the arena, speared into the wall, and now he tries to chase out. Quinn not looking to let him. Oh, there we go. Pi throws the wolves up and over the trees to Grandma's house and away from the fight, but they will make Pi pay for it. He buys back. Envy's here now to fight. Misery went to the base. He's like, I'm going to finish the game, boys. Tries to get in there and get it done. Chumps away. Look at the damage he can do to the Tier 4s. But on the other side, Ace getting chased out from one side. Quinn's still holding it down. He has to TP back home. The Tier 4s were finished. And the Ancient starts eating its first bit of damage. Yawar on the other side loses his Aegis. Quinn trying to step in. Gives them the silence. Disarm, though.
Oh, the spear does not connect. Sadly onto the tree for them. Lycan going in again. The throne is already on 40%.
Oh my gosh, I
It's
can't
just
believe
the
how much
wolves.
damage they're able to creep in with just the wolves alone. SVG slash down from Ace. He does have a buyback. But Quincy are really making Cloud9 work for this one. How far do they want to extend out the base? It's really hard. They know that they've already committed the dragon form.
Lycan just sending wolves inside.
You
They go all the way around.
filthy animal.
And he's TPing on them. Look, traveling on.
And he puts the Necro down, and they're going all in for this. Meanwhile, MSS spears Misery up to the Ancient, gets the finish. He's got to go for the book. The wolf in the book. They're scratching the Ancient.
Necros, wolves.
The Necros. Stop it, Biver. Stop it, Biver. Stop it.
Is under attack. Dire's turret
Nice.
has been killed.
All right. They live this time.
Did he get
around.
Rapier yet?
But-
Yes, he did. He's got Rapier. This isn't over,
So-
lizZard.
So that game, I believe that one of the longest games that were played professionally. I think Owen casted it. I think Envy was playing for Cloud9. I'm not sure, but I think he was on the Lycan. And it was a similar situation like this one. Something like that. I can't remember exactly. I know Envy was in for sure.
MSS trying to, I guess, be the tank to get a little bit of vision out, or to be the point man to scout out what's happening on the outskirts. Oh my. We'll have to see what filthy tricks are in the bag for Cloud9 to try to close this one out, because
There's only one trick, honestly. It's like buying a BKB. Once that happens, the game is. If Throne doesn't have backdoor protection, if they manage to force it earlier, it's just done. They can't defend versus that.
yeah, so Quincy, what? They got to catch Lycan outside the base somewhere?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you do have Winter's Curse to deal with it, perhaps. You know,
That's
use
true.
that Winter's Curse.
That's true. But SVG has had his hands full with Ricky. It feels like this whole latter half of the game. Like, Ricky spots Wyvern. You know, credit to Ace, he recognizes that the Wyvern ult is really the big tool that could shut Lycan down, even with a BKB. He's just trying to take him out of the fight each and every chance he gets.
What's next?
For
For Mars, Solar Crest, Medusa, another Rapier, perhaps.
Yeah, the pushes are getting ridiculous in each lane. We're not seeing Quincy, obviously, adventure out too far. They got to create a little bit of distance so that there's not an easy boots of travel target to just come to the base. But, you know, Cloud9 not really offering up too many easy chances for Quincy to move out and go for a swift pick. Cloud9 are mostly farming on their side of the river for the time being. I imagine until Misery's in a comfortable enough position to strike. He has that BKB you were talking about. Full 10 seconds to potentially go off.
Yeah, they need a fight. Roshan may respawn as well soon, so they can just wait that out. They're not truly in a big rush. Wait Roshan out, take ages. That should be Refresher and Aghanims, as I believe this would be the 4th Roshan as well. So
yeah, that is the super
wait
safe
for
play.
that.
Yeah, get the Roche.
Meanwhile, Yavar is queuing up another Rapier actually, so he's going for it.
Can't really blame him. Seems like that's really all you have in this game to like hold the line, hold the Ancient where possible. So we'll probably see Cloud9 go in for the Roche. They'll leave only Misery out. That way, if Quincy try to make any sort of funny business happen at the Roche pit, Misery will be able to go right in for the jugular. Commits the book now. Might be going for maybe a D ward on that high ground. Or we'll see. Maybe just...
What's he taking on 25? He still didn't take the talent.
Oh, yeah. 2 more
He's
wolves
deciding,
or shapeshift critical strike.
Get the wolves, come on, man. You won't crit that throne. That's the only thing you're attacking anyway.
That's true. That's true. 2 more wolves might seem nice for this case. I wonder if they get the Ags, who they give it to. Give it to Lycan, then he bites Envy, and then you have Envy Wolf. What happens if he's dragon formed and wolfed? Does that do anything?
I don't know. Does he turn into a wolf or a dragon?
A wolf dragon would be pretty badass. And
Dragon, yeah.
Wolf dragon that can end the game, that would be amazing. There they go. They actually have Misery here too. And they kill it so fast, there's no chance for Quincy to have a say.
Roshan has fallen to the down.
Aghanims on Dragonite, actually. That's who they gave it to. So,
Oh yeah,
And
the black
we'll
dragon.
have the black dragon, yeah. Black wolf dragon coming very soon.
We
It's
can
the
wait. Yeah, we got
ultimate level, yeah.
Hopefully they get the Ags on Misery and we can get the black wolf dragon. Look at all those wolves. He did go with the talent. So many wolves.
Luckily, there's a lot of AoE for Quincy crew.
Oh yeah.
They have everything pretty much to clear waves.
A second rapier sure would feel good. But they might have to make do without. Look who's creeping outside finally. It's Cloud9. They got everything they need. Is the call to action there. Black Dragon floating over the gate. Look at me. Look at me. But what can they do with the dragon?
He's just showing off at this point.
Look what I got at the Roche pit. But they're all coming in through this bottom lane. Oh, as I say that, looks like Ace is going to creep in from the northern half. But there is a sentry ward there. Quincy should see that. SVG has to be careful. SVG, just please hang out in the fountain almost. Oh, spear all the way back onto Envy. Nice. But he BKBs. Tries to fly out the other side. The creeps are going in. Necrobook ahoy. It looks to be chasing down for MSS, I guess. But they're shoving Envy back. Envy could go down. He still has Satanic.
Wolves?
Wolves and Book they're doing okay, but not as much damage that had been done previous. Meanwhile, Quinn, he chased down Envy and he finished him off. And like you mentioned, has no buyback. Look at Quinn. He's just like, yeah, I'll take you all out. And I'll grab that bounty. Okay.
All right.
Well, they fend them off for now, but, it's not like they went in. I don't think that was a full commitment from Cloud9. Definitely an awkward approach with the early dragon form dancing around. It's not like Misery really got to go in there. He didn't even use his BKB, it looks like. And
he was pretty much speared in, right? It's how it started. Dragonite got speared in. Then he popped the BKB. He was in the middle of nowhere. Then he had to run because of the amount of damage that he was taking.
But that is a little on Envy. He was floating around asking for MSS to spear him back. MSS has landed those spearbacks throughout this whole game.
Oh, Quinn. He's in a bad spot considering there's a nullifier on Ricky. So they see him. They have that ward. The wolf form is used. They will go
Oh,
on
they're going to
Quinn here.
run. They're going to run for Quinn. Quinn is real far from his friends, and he gets hit with a sheep from behind. That sheep stick picked up on snaking. It's a valuable tool, but they don't obviously have enough burst. Quinn's able to make it back. Actually, it doesn't even look like he takes much damage, man. That AC and Shivas really makes her quite huge.
Man, this game is never gonna end. I'm calling it right now.
Do we have
You
our second
can't
rapier
push,
yet?
Like you just can't push unless you kill Misery. And even if you kill him, they have all the buybacks now. Envy has one as well. Such a difficult game for both of these teams at the moment. Obviously, a little bit easier for Cloud9, but you're feeling under pressure. You know, like they can never see their high ground. They know that there's a big Medusa and that Prophet waiting for you if you push. And there's so many good spells on the side of Quincy's crew as well. You have the Arena to deal with you if you don't have a BKB. You have the Winter's Curse if you have the BKB to deal with you. You have also Stone Gaze from Medusa and 2 Rapiers now.
Pulls off the power treads. And there it is, the second golden sword for a Quincy crew. Now they have all the damage they can ask for. It's on Cloud9 to find a way to get inside and get the job done. But it's not easy. You know, it's not as simple as Misery just popping double BKB with that refresher shard. You know, with that.
Yavar is actually keeping 1 Rapier in backpack. In case he dies, he can buy back and pick it up. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean,
I
he almost
think that's
has a
alright.
third, so he might do the 2 and then leave 1 in the backpack and have just like the 1 to fall back on. It's crazy how much farm he keeps building up for himself.
I think he could also use it instead of power treads, I guess, but this is the safer play, definitely.
Here they go, MSS with that ink swell, but the
Ah,
sheep,
the Hex.
nice catch from Snake King. He's got a really long cast range to be able to get that catch. But look at this, a curse on the ace, holds him back
Misery's
in his
going in.
spot. Hard shove in from Envy, and like you mentioned, that's the time for Misery. He's going in, but the glyph is already popped. He's got to wait and dance around. The buyback comes out from Wyvern, and Misery slips out the side door.
Look at how they run, all running back into towards the throne. SVG buying back.
That's a glyph down, though.
Yeah, that's a glyph down. And if Misery knew that SVG doesn't have his ulti there, I think maybe he could have hit the throne a little bit more. But yeah, that's a glyph down. That's still good. And the buyback committed by SVG.
Yeah, I really feel like maybe Cloud9 should try to get back into it and end it. Yeah, we're 5 minutes away from the 1 hour mark, and then those crazy-ass neutral items start coming out. And I don't know, in these kind of games, man, those neutral items, they could be game changers for whatever reason. I don't have the pleasure of seeing them a whole lot, but it looks like we might be in store for some of the fun here.
If you get good ones, they can definitely be game changers. We'll see. The only question is, can Chaos go outside of their base to farm them up? That's also a problem.
That's very true. It looks like Cloud9 are in a position to take anything they want, while Quincy are obviously stuck indoors farming up rapiers in the meantime.
Usually what you do in a situation such as this one is, you just try to get out and you go on the enemy side of the map. Oh, they're just playing with Quinn. Look, the ghost is chasing him. Run, Quinn!
Don't let it touch you or you lose. Keep going, Quinn. Don't let that ghost touch you. He's pinging in there, pinging in there.
Don't block him, you fool!
Stop. Yeah, if it touches him, it's a prophecy that the game's going to end. I'm just going to keep it here. Oh, nice. He's creating more space. More space. Good force staff. Creating more space. Keep going, Quinn.
Another force staff. MSS. Another one.
He's around the corner here. He's going to go for the left bank. Quinn in a solid first place position. This one, the Ghost really no chance to catch up. And he's going for lap number 4.
How many laps does he need?
He's going to 10.
To summon
Gaben
into this game.
10 laps to summon a new ancient and a stronger defense. Let's see. And this is a big turn here. This is lap number 6 now. And we're going for 7. I mean, this is honestly the most exciting thing happening on the map for the meantime. So, oh no, the ghost touch! It's over. Quinn lost. All right, 7 laps later, we're back into it.
It was.
That was ridiculous.
The worst part is there's really nothing more interesting on the map that you can watch. Roshan will respawn in 30 seconds. So
Oh yeah.
another agonyms for someone on the side of Cloud9.
I'm telling you, we need the Black Wolf Dragon. That is the ticket. Also,
That's the prophecy. The Black Wolf Dragon will end this game.
Black Wolf Dragon, and it will be thrown in by Pile Die. Throw in the Black Wolf Dragon, and you will win.
The Black Wolf Dragon shall come forth from the sky.
Oh, one can dream. I'm sure this has
Rush
got to
is
be
up.
such a stressful game for the players. It would feel real bad, I'm sure, for like Quincy after working so hard to get this point only to lose.
I think this is more stressful for Cloud9.
True,
at this
very
point.
true. Yeah,
You know?
I guess I'm not being very sympathetic to Cloud9 here, who have certainly built up a huge advantage for themselves to be in this kind of position, and now to only be stopped by the multi-rapier Medusa and Wyvern and this crazy Death Prophet.
If you're Quincy crew right now, this is a best of 3. It's only the first game. You're playing to mentally break them. It's the long con.
All right, who gets
Mentally
it?
break
Please
them
give
in
it
this
to
game.
Please give it to Misery. Let's go. Bite. They're just like honestly like, okay, guys, you get this. Should you get that? Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Bite
there we
Envy!
go.
The Black Wolf Dragon. Oh, who else is he gonna bite? Like Ace? I guess Ace would actually be a pretty awesome wolf.
Maybe even better. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's boring.
But that's very boring. Yeah. Another invisible wolf. We have that already. We need the dragon.
Yeah, you'll need to help me keep eyes on Misery to see if he ends up using it on anybody. Grants new ability Wolf Bite. Bites an ally, granting them shapeshift properties. So, yeah, just the crit chance, the crit damage, night vision. I mean, that sounds amazing on Ace, certainly.
Ricky.
Yeah.
On Ricky definitely. Same on Dragonite, but on Ricky I think it's a bit stronger.
But that doesn't sound as cool as Black Wolf Dragon. That's just, Ricky Wolf or whatever.
Sounds like a heavy metal band.
I know.
It's pretty cool.
Here we are. Oh my god, are we going to get how many rapiers now? Okay, Moonshard. We're on Moonshard turf for Yawar. See, he's queued up.
Envy? They're
Uh-oh.
bringing him out. They're going for him. Oh.
How far do they want to chase, though? Misery's at that bottom lane, and I don't think Wyvern alone can defend the line. So certainly do not want to overextend for Envy. But,
Trident? I mean, it's pretty bad. I guess it's... you can buy it on Ricky, maybe, but that's pretty trash tier, I think. Still, even with the buffs, right?
I feel like
Trident
I remember
good?
BSJ saying it was amazing, but I don't
Really?
get what all the hype is about. But then again, I haven't seen too many of these final tier items. Okay, Book of the Dead. Oh, are you serious? Oh my gosh. You couldn't ask for anything better in this position if you're Cloud9.
Then again, there's so much AoE that Medusa will just farm them all up.
More
gobble
money?
them all up.
I guess
Yeah.
so. Oh, look at this. It's a little Snake King. Okay, that's something.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't seen Trident many times, so...
gosh.
Especially after the recent changes.
Okay, Seer Stone, cast range. And that could be good for, I guess, Pile Die if he wants. And then the Mirror Shield. Oh, boy. That's a good one. Will that work on Winter's Curse? Oh, that's on actually Quinn's side. Who's he going to give that to?
No, Mirror Shield, yeah, it's on Cloud9.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder if they give that to
Oh.
MSS or to Quinn.
Apex.
Oh, who got
There
that?
we go. That's possibly for Medusa, right? Is he gonna get it? I guess so. I think Mars got it, right? Apex. Or did I not see that right?
No, he's got the Havoc Hammer. I didn't see it yet unless they
Yeah,
didn't put it on
Apex,
them.
yeah.
Where is it?
Apex is on Medusa.
All right, hold on. I got to hide this in case something...
So he
breaks out.
has, what, 75 Agi? Plus
He hasn't.
75?
He's not put it on yet. He's obviously juggling around the illusion cape, using the Medusa illusions where possible, but increases your primary achievement by 75. 75. That's
Okay,
pretty
I
nice.
can see Trident being really good. Yeah, I see it now for sure.
Who's got it? Who's using it? Is it Ricky?
It's Ricky.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, hold on that thought. Envy hexed up. Misery moving through that bottom lane, though. Oh, very scary. Oh, they threw an ace. Ace goes in. Ace shuts down Grim. BKB blinks over, blinks again, chases out for MSS. MSS tries to make indoors and outruns the Mortimer's Kiss. Grim buys back immediately. Cloud9 trudge on forward, but cannot still get through the iron shell.
Dakota, he's not biting anyone, man. He
Why
didn't
does
bite
he have the
anyone yet.
axe if he's not going to bite anybody? I'm telling you. Why not even just bite the Ricky? It can only help.
Oh.
Exorcism commitment in from Quinn, an immediate jump to get the catch onto Pile Die while they think that there is an opportunity, but he knows it's already going to be taking a bit too long. While they fight on forward,
Misery.
they look to go for MSS. I know Misery is thinking about running through that base, trying to slow them down. The Wyvern keeping him in his spot while Envy stuck in the arena, dishing out with Yawar, and Yawar hitting it home with huge damage. Now looks to move out and chase down Snake King. There's the Hex from Quinn as he tries to slowly suck his life away. You know, obviously, these supports are not as easy to take down as they were earlier on, but he still gets the job done.
Man, Misery just killed Lycan on his own.
Oh, you mean
sorry, not Misery.
SVG?
SVG killed Misery. Yeah, SVG killed Misery. He popped that Winter's Curse on top of him. All the Mega Creeps attacked him. His Wolves, the Necros.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I don't even know. Does this mean Quincy are doing it or not? I don't even know if it means they're doing it. All right, now I have a moment to look at this Trident here.
Oh, there we go.
Goodness.
Pylai Die has gobbled him up. Never mind. He spits him out. He spits him right out.
30 strength, agility, and intel. The status resist, like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Life
it's
amp.
pretty sick.
Wow. That is nice. I mean, this is full prime Dota 2 action here. We have got all the neutral items. It's been megas for what feels like a half hour now. Jawar with a DD and
SVG.
double rapier. DD double rapier Medusa. Be careful, Ace. He's
Do
able
they
to
have detection here? Yeah, they do. They have a gem.
But it's just time stalled while Misery and company come back. Uh-oh. Server lag? Oh, no! Do you hear me? I have to reconnect.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Oh, did you get
good, good.
disconnected? I did.
Nope. I'm still in.
Oh, my goodness. Hopefully nothing happens. Tell
Radio
me.
stream coming through. Mega creeps pushing in, and it's done. It's over.
Shut up!
Dakota.
Don't say it. Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'm back. All right. Gotta put on this again. That was random. As the
You
game.
didn't miss anything. It's fine. They tried to push in a little bit, but they couldn't. Everyone is back up on Cloud9, and we're going into the 70-minute mark for this game.
Massive.
Solid.
Massive catapults, massive push, and a potential wait for the Roche. Unfortunately, my Roche timer is now broken because of that reconnect. So I'll probably need your assistance in letting me know when the Roche is going to come back up. But nothing has really changed here for Cloud9. They keep lanes pressured forward. Pi oversteps his boundaries a little bit, and Quinn will chase him down and finish him off. He buys back right away,
Lycan.
and everybody's
Lycan
calling to
broke the
go
top
in. He knows he doesn't have to worry about the Winter's Curse, so he's thinking about making it go, but he does have to worry about that Medusa. They scare the wolf out of their home. Get out of here, intruder.
Bite someone. Oh, there we go.
Envy moves in, stuns Medusa. Misery trying to run around and go for what's important. Pops his BKB. They chunk down Ace, or they chunk down MSS. Now Ace moves in, tricks the trade. Misery begins to go to work, but the glyph gets popped. Yawar back in. Pockets the new rapier, but the Mortimer kisses are landing right on her head. She does get forced out from the arena, but the damage is done, and it looks like Cloud9 and Misery finally bring down the throne. Oh my God. Cloud9 do it. They get a win.
Cloud9 with the offlane Misery Lycan. They managed to take this game. Dude, what a long game. 66 minutes.
Oh, very exhausting.
I expected it to last longer. I really did, but yeah. The neutral items come to the rescue.
Do you think at
And
the end there it mainly came down to the Wyvern being dead or just not having the ultimate at the ready? It felt like that was the
yeah, pretty much. In the end, it was SVG that was always defending while everyone else fighting. But you can also see the Cloud9. They were done messing around. They got pretty good neutral items. I think it was a Seer Stone on Snaking. Ace had a Trident, and then they just went all in. Misery for the throne. Medusa also died, by the way, so it wasn't like they just went and threw their bodies on the throne. It was only Lycan hitting it while everyone else was dealing with Queen and Medusa. Overall, I think a good performance by Quincy crew. I think they could have taken this game. There was that point in which Ace just jumps on two supports, blows them up,
yeah.
then goes forward. They lose two sides in like 30 seconds. It was one mistake from Quincy crew that pretty much cost them the whole match.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I have egg on my face for making the comment about Ace and then him suddenly showing up and really allowing Cloud9 to get in that final chokehold position by just clearing out all those supports so easily. And this really stems from that laning phase. Maybe something Cloud9 were not even intending, but that off-lane Lycan setup going against the Medusa, we saw this Lycan just build this Necro 3 so ridiculously fast. And yeah, Envy struggled a little bit in the matchup and was a bit slower paced, but eventually got the items he needed. I thought the Halberd was also a great pickup and certainly made things a bit more difficult for the Quincy side. But the Cloud9 do it. Now they're just one win away. They can score that series win. It takes so much effort to get it done. I'm sure both teams mentally exhausted from that game number one. I'm exhausted. I'm going to have to walk outside, do some push-ups or something to kind of, clear out my head from that crazy game. And what we'll do is cut to a break. When we come back, game number 2 action for Cloud9 versus Quincy Crew.